A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13. I'm Ritwika Gupta. Tonight it's all about fitness and nutrition. From protein to hydration, we'll be decoding the trends and opportunities in India's wellness sector. I'll be in conversation with Sohrab Khushrushahi, founder of SOHFIT and co-founder of the Func Lab. India's nutrition, wellness and fitness sectors are booming. From healthy snacks to cutting-edge fitness tech, the choices for Indian consumers have never been wider. With an annual growth of around 6%, India's health and fitness landscape is expanding beyond gyms and workouts into plant-based nutrition, fitness tech and holistic wellness. And this National Nutrition Week, Leaders of Tomorrow brings you a series of special conversations featuring new age wellness and nutrition companies, starting with Sohrab Khushrushahi, founder of SOHFIT and the co-founder of the Func Lab. Sohrab, welcome to ET Now Leaders of Tomorrow. It's a pleasure to be chatting with you today in your beautiful home. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So to begin with, Sohrab, you are a leader in the fitness space and you have recently launched a brand new company, a brand new venture. So I want to dive straight in. What was the inspiration behind the Func Lab? What was the market gap that you saw, in the wellness products sector that led you to, come up with this new brand of yours?
I mean, the inspiration came from the people we worked with, right? From a background perspective, I was a lawyer. Moved from law into something that I was really passionate about, which was fitness. Fitness was something I was doing since the age of 16, so I kind of knew that market. I also was training and studying on the side. As far as Func Lab was concerned, it seemed just like a natural progression to fitness. Right? We were training people, but the idea was, are they eating well? Are they recovering well? Because training is just one part of things and one part of life. Nutrition and recovery is a very important aspect which people tend to ignore. So we wanted to kind of touch upon that. I think from our perspective, it was more of what's missing. What do we see as a lack in the market in terms of nutrition, in terms of supplementation? And we saw a gap there with protein. We saw a gap there with hydration. We've seen multiple gaps, but this is what we wanted to start with.
Sure.
We spoke to a lot of people I trained, and the common question always was, what can I eat? What protein can I get?
Sure.
Which protein supplement can I try?
Sure.
So instead of kind of, I like to put it this way, put your money where your mouth is. So if I keep talking about it all the time, then let's do something about it and actually give them something that we trust and that they can trust. So that was honestly the inspiration. But to be fair, I think it's Sahil and Danish, both my co-founders, who kind of kept talking to me about this and kept seeding this idea in my head. I was just like very focused on what we were doing at SOHFIT. So hats off to them as well.
Fantastic. Now, I read that this is a clean label, and clean label seems to be one of the core identities of the Func Lab. Tell us, is this your biggest differentiator, you would say, in the market?
I wouldn't really see clean is important. Let's get this right. But there are lots of people also doing clean.
Yeah.
In addition to clean, we wanted to do functional. And for us, functional was what? When it comes to protein, functional is actually delivering the protein that it says it's going to deliver. Right? So there are lots of brands out there and there are lots of companies out there that are doing clean, that are doing honest, that are doing truthful, 100%, no doubt. But we wanted to give people the protein that we said they could get from a scoop. Right?
Sure.
Same thing with hydration. We wanted to kind of make sure that they were rehydrated. It's not just putting something out there for the sake of putting something out there. So what we try to do is make sure we deliver on the protein aspect. So our protein to calorie ratio or our protein to scoop ratio is pretty high. Actually one of the highest in the market, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but in my opinion it is. And we try to deliver on that. The same with our hydration. Growing up as a kid playing cricket in this country and in India, what did we get for hydration? As a young athlete, in between during our drinks break, we got limbu pani with sugar in it.
Yeah.
That was hydration for us, right? Did it really help us? No, it just tasted well, right? It tasted good and you had a good time. But we wanted to kind of change that. I think the market's been the same for a really long period of time. And we wanted to disrupt that. We saw a gap there and we wanted to fill it. So clean, yes, very important, but also deliver on what that product's supposed to deliver. So functional is super important for us as well.
Right. So tell us about your manufacturing. How are you making products that are high in quality? At the same time, you're scaling your products as well. So talk to us about that space.
So each of our facilities where we manufacture stuff is certified. Right? It's not something that we've gone in there and just kind of produced. Now, Sahil, who is my co-founder, is the guru when it comes to manufacturing. He actually had a business in the manufacturing space,
Right.
in the food space, which he's kind of developed over time and then sold eventually. So he's the guru as far as that is concerned. And for us, it was about maintaining certain standards, right? If we're giving something up, we wanted to make sure that it was global standard, not just, okay, great for the Indian market or great for Mumbai. It was globally, are we satisfying the standards that we want to satisfy?
Sure.
So we've taken that pain in making sure that those facilities are properly certified, are taken care of. We've gone and kind of made sure that everything is done in the right manner, in the right proportion. So I believe we've done everything we possibly could. And I leave that to Sahil. I leave that aspect of things to Sahil.
Sure.
He's the expert there. So I think when it comes to companies or when it comes to building something, you've got to let the experts do what they do, right? When you're an expert at certain things, you let them do it. So we've kind of divided those responsibilities and worked that way.
Sure. So tell us, what are all the offerings at the Func Lab at the moment?
At the moment, we're going protein and hydration. So for us, our protein is very simple. We're going single blend. I mean, not a blend. We're doing single source protein. So you won't see a blend from us. You won't see a concentrate and isolate mixed together.
Okay.
You will see either a concentrate or an isolate when it comes to whey. We're doing plant protein because in India, there are a lot of people, not only India, a lot of people are now moving towards being vegan, or lactose doesn't suit them.
Sure.
Whey doesn't work for their gut. So we've kind of gone down the plant protein route as well.
All right.
And with our plant protein, actually with all the proteins that we try to create, we've made sure that our protein ratios are pretty high. For us, that was the most important thing. How have we done that? We've kind of taken out the fluff, in my opinion, right?
Okay.
We've kind of stuck to protein. We've stuck to a sweetener, which is monk fruit or stevia. We've had naturally added flavors, and we've got digestive enzymes. We've got nothing else in there. We don't want to give people anything else. So while you can kind of keep putting stuff in there to improve taste or do other things, for us, our protein has to deliver on one thing, which is protein. And that's the most important thing for us. The same thing with hydration, right?
Yeah.
We've tried to find the right blend that gives people an opportunity to rehydrate themselves.
Sure.
Right? It's not just about putting sugar in there or putting certain ingredients, mixing them together and hoping they work. We've actually sat back, done research. In fact, this has been a year in the making. This is not something that's happened overnight. We've been kind of trying these formulations and combinations for over a year now. And that's how we've come to these. So it's protein and hydration for now. There are more things in the pipeline, but we're not going to kind of go crazy. For us, it's about quality. So we will take protein, we'll take hydration, we'll do it to the best of our abilities, and then we'll see what we need to do.
So are you at the moment targeting like only fitness enthusiasts, or is it open for all?
No, I think every human being in this world needs protein. Every human being in this world needs to be hydrated, right?
Sure.
So for us, okay, the way I look at things, and I may look at things differently from everybody else, but I believe if you have a body and you move, you're an athlete. Right? So you're an athlete. Everyone in this world is an athlete. So everyone needs protein. It's not reserved to select few people.
Sure.
So, there's always been this misconception in the market that protein is only required for bodybuilders or for people who go to the gym or for people who train really hard or for athletes. I think protein is required for every individual, whether you're a teenager, whether you're a mom, whether you're a dad, whether you're a working individual. Everyone needs protein. Right?
True.
In a country like India, I believe we don't get enough protein. We may be eating really clean. Again, that whole distinction between clean and functional.
Yeah.
We may be eating really, really clean, but our body doesn't change because our body needs protein to change.
Yeah.
90% of the people I speak to don't eat enough protein in a day, right? So what we try to do is give people a clean protein option that they could trust. They know exactly what they're putting into their body. And let them have that. So for me, this works for mothers.
Yeah.
I give it to my mom. She's 83. My wife has it. I have it. I train regularly. I train more than most people I know. Athletes have it. Sahil's an athlete as well. He's also a father. So everyone deserves protein. The same way every human being in this world sweats.
Right.
Don't tell me sweating is preserved for like, the athletes or the bodybuilders of the world. Everyone sweats. So everyone needs to be rehydrated. Right? So from that perspective, both these products belong to every single person, and that's what we want.
Fantastic. Sohrab, you have trained, in fact, a lot of athletes, actors. Tell me, how has that shaped your experience in terms of understanding what people truly want or need, from nutrition and fitness?
I think the one thing people want is a less complicated life. They want things to be simple, right? I think people follow through on things when they are simple. If you complicate stuff, yes, it looks fancy, it looks really cool, but you can't do it consistently over a period of time. For me, having coached people for all these years, one session doesn't make or break you, right? One training session is not going to do anything. If you pile on a few sessions together consistently over a period of time, your body changes. The same thing goes with nutrition. You're not, I've never been someone who's believed in fat diets or let's not eat for 6 days and let's fast for this much time. No, eat your food every single day, right? So that's something that's a common thread for me, and that's something that I want everyone to kind of follow. And we wanted to keep things simple, right? That's what we've kind of gone with. So athletes, actors, the regular folk that we train, they're all human beings. They all have bodies. Just because you're an athlete doesn't mean your body is special. You have to work as hard as everyone else. It's not gifted to you. So that's what I've kind of realized. And everyone needs it. It's not just them that need it. Everyone needs it. And they're normal human beings who work really, really hard. I wish they got credit for the amount of work they do. It's always presumed that they're actors or they're athletes or they're gifted. They're not. They work really hard behind the scenes, just like you and me.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13, in conversation tonight with Sohrab Khushrushahi, founder of SOHFIT and co-founder the Func Lab. Sohrab, tell me, what are some of the trends, in the fitness space are you most excited about? And also the kind of role technology is playing, in all of it.
Trends, I'm not a big believer in trends, unfortunately. I'm very... Well, I'm old school when it comes to that, because I believe if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So yes, play around with stuff, try different things, but don't go away from the basic principles, because the basic principles work, right? Even when it comes to fitness, I think people want to do all the fancy stuff without learning the basics first. And we went to school before we went to college and before we went to university. Do I remember anything I did in school right now? No. But it set the foundation for me to do everything else that I wanted to do.
Step by step,
So I think that is something that I've always been a huge believer in. I'm happy to try different things. I'm happy to dabble with different things, but my basics stay solid, right? When it comes to technology, use it 100%. Like, let's look at wearables today. Everyone has a wearable. Look at every second person who trains, they'll always have an Apple Watch, or they'll have something on their hand, they'll have a Whoop, they'll have something on their hand, right? And that's great, use it, but use the data correctly, right? I think people sometimes also get confused with so much data around. So can you use that data correctly? If you can, then it's very, very useful in terms of your own fitness and in terms of your own health. So I'm all for it, but it has to be in the right hands. And the people looking at it and giving you advice based on it also need to know what they're talking about, right? So AI is huge today, right? Get recipes on AI, no problem. Right? Get nice, clean recipes. Everyone's always looking for the next recipe, right? How do I eat clean? What am I going to eat? How do I source this? Use the tool. Totally cool. But be smart about how much you use it.
Absolutely. Just picking up from what you said, we are living in a world of social media hype, where instant gratification is always wanted and needed. Tell me, what role are you playing in terms of really, building sustainable fitness? By advice of, to the viewers of our channel, right, who are watching this episode today, what would you say to them, in terms of building fitness and nutrition in a sustainable manner?
I have one line for everybody. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I've said this to every single human being I train, right? Unfortunately, fitness has become I want it tomorrow. I need this body by next week. I need to lose 5 kilos in a month. I have to wear a sari at this date. I have to go topless on a beach on this date. It's become about numbers. Right?
Yeah.
Fitness for me is beyond that. Right? That is something that people need to understand. Fitness for me, if someone asks me, is the ability to do what you want, when you want, without having to think twice.
Sure.
And that's normal day-to-day living, right? If my son, who is 9 years old now, so will be about 15 and I'll be about 50 plus.
Yeah.
If he takes me on a cricket field, he's not beating me, even when I'm 50 plus. Right? So for me, that is fitness, and that's what I'm training for. So people train for different things. Right? And I'm cool if it brings you through the door. If vanity brings you through the door, great. But the mindset has to change. Fitness is a lifestyle. For me, it's a lifestyle. I've been training since I was 15 years old.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you my age, but I've been training for over 20 years.
Wow.
Right? So it's not something, I don't train for the body. I train because it makes me feel good. You train because it mentally stabilizes you. It also brings a lot of confidence in the way you carry yourself in public.
Absolutely.
And that plays a huge role in how you deal with people around you as well. So if you're a confident person when you walk into a room, it shows, right? And that's half the battle won, according to me.
Right.
So for me, fitness is all that. Fitness is not how much weight have I lost or how much weight am I going to lose. So for me, it's about changing that mindset. And if we can change that mindset, and that's what we've been trying to do for the last 8 years, if we can change that mindset, not only with fitness, but also with nutrition, because we don't want people to try the next diet, right? We want people to eat. The one thing we want to do is improve people's relationship with food, right? That's the biggest drawback today in the social media world. Everyone is so worried about the way they're going to look, right? What's my picture going to look like? Oh, my jawline looks a little off. Or I look a little fat in this picture. Change that. We didn't have that when we were growing up as kids. We just had fun. And you'll be surprised at the amount of kids today who care about the way they look. Right? So that's fitness for me, and that's what we want to try and change.
The theme for our show this season is agility, ambition, ascent. What do these 3 words mean for you as a leader?
Agility means, let's put it this way, your ability to adapt to situations and to change. I think that's the one thing that we want to do at Func Lab. We saw a gap in the market when it came to protein and hydration, and we want to hit that gap. Are we hell-bent on saying this is the only way we're going to go? No, we will adapt to what the market does and where we see the gaps.
Sure.
Agility was one. The second
ambition.
One was ambition. You've got 3 possibly, in my opinion, the 3 of us as co-founders are possibly the most ambitious people I know. Right? We just don't settle. We won't. So, we've all had businesses in the past, and Danish and I are still running SOHFIT. We're super, super ambitious. We don't want to stop. We actually like making our lives difficult. So it's what's next. So for us, that's always going to be the case. That's never going to change. And I think that stays for Sahil as well. Sahil is possibly the most ambitious human being I've met outside of Danish and me.
Nice.
Doesn't rest till he gets it right. Doesn't rest. He came to me with this idea 2 years back or a year and a half back, and I just shut him down saying, dude, I don't have the time. How are we going to do this? And he persisted, right? And today we're where we are. Ascent, I think, simple. We're going to keep moving forward. For us, we are going to keep moving forward. We're not going to be happy with where we are. And I think that's a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's great because we're going to keep evolving and trying to do new things. Bad thing because I don't know how much we're going to sleep in the next few years. But yeah, that's it.
Oh, absolutely. Tell me, Sohrab, what advice would you have for all the entrepreneurs watching the show today in terms of if they want to make a mark in the fitness industry? What are the few things they need to take note of?
I think entrepreneurs, I shouldn't be the one giving them advice. I was a lawyer. I was considered to be very conservative as a lawyer. So after 15 years of being a lawyer and now doing this, I think the only thing I can say is never give up. I think I know it sounds cliche, but I had this idea of getting into the fitness space when I was 27 years old, and everyone laughed at me. Right? My friends laughed at me. They said, "Dude, you're a lawyer in one of the biggest firms in the country.
Yeah.
Stay put, right? You have a family to take care of. Don't mess around. No one becomes a trainer these days," is what I was told.
Right.
But that kept staying in my head, and I was like, I want to do something. I want to help people. I didn't look at it as a trainer. I looked at it as someone who had the ability to change lives, someone who had the ability to impact lives in a positive manner. As a lawyer, I really didn't do that. We just did deal after deal after deal, and that's what we did. So that thought never kind of stopped, and I wanted to pursue it. It just came to a point where it became an obsession, and then you went ahead with it. So I'd say never give up. Sure. And I'd say pick on something that you really want to do. Pick on something that you believe you can change and create in a space where there's already 1,000 people there. So you've got to set yourself out. You've got to stand out a little bit. So what is that you can kind of achieve? And once you've narrowed in on that, just go for it.
Fantastic. Finally, tell me, what is your long-term vision for not just the Func Lab, but also SOHFIT? Like, are you trying to build here a wellness ecosystem?
Well, I have a lot of goals in my head in terms of what I want SOHFIT to be like and what we want Func Lab to be like. The only thing I will say is we want to impact lives positively.
Sure.
Wherever that takes us. Right? We started SOHFIT to help people. We started Func Lab to help people. Now, whether we achieve that or not, well, we don't know. We'll find out. I don't look too far into the future. I just look at it as saying, let's take it one day at a time. We've got the right intention. We've got the right goal in mind. And we'll keep working towards that. And for me, that's all that matters.
Well, all the very best to you. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.